small town community with, I feel like everybody knows everybody, and it's just a loving and encouraging community.
When I hear Harlem, I think of home, which is unique from a lot of the people in the church because so many people, especially some of our greatest friends, have been here their whole lives and they were raised here as children, and they've chosen to come back and raise their families here. But for us, it's obviously a little bit of a different story. But although we were not raised here, Harlem is home for us. It's where we really started to develop in ministry. It's where we brought our children home. It's where we would love to raise our children forever. It's just the people who love us and that we love them. And so it feels like home.
Well, when I think of Harlem, I think of home. It's been my home forever. And so I'm very proud to live here and to be a part of this community. But I think of home and family, and it's where I'm from, it's where I live.
When I hear the word Harlem, I think of community and I think of family. I've lived here all my life and I can't imagine doing life anywhere else. And I also think of baseball.
Harlem is home. Harlem Baptist Church is home. This is the place I was baptized. This is the place I was married. This is the place our son was baptized. This is the place that my brother and my sister were both married. This is the place we buried my father. We buried my mom here and my brother, all at Harlem Baptist Church.
Harlem Baptist has really challenged me to grow in my faith by kind of putting me on the spot a few times in ministry and pushing my boundaries and my limits for what I thought that I could do. It was probably a year or two after I came here. I had been in a women's Sunday school class, and our longtime teacher, who was incredible, she kind of had some medical difficulties and had to leave. And not too long after that, I was teaching Sunday school to a group of women, and I felt very unprepared for that. I didn't feel like I was necessarily spiritually ready for that, but good thing God takes the ones who are willing, not always the ones who feel like they're ready. And so, I mean, that's just one way that He really stretched me through Harlem Baptist, is just having opportunities to serve in different ways that I didn't necessarily think were within my capacity, but also just, learning how to serve where there is a need.
My kids started coming here early on to the youth programs, the children's program that Miss Edie Swepman was going. And thanks to my sister, Nancy, she started bringing Casey and Taylor over here to the children's programs, and therefore me and Susan got more involved and more connected here. And then we started coming more and more, and actually I think joined, like I say, in the late 90s.
I'm sure any version of a worldview I have is because of Harlem Baptist Church. In January, I started a new job as a Superior Court judge. The governor asked me to serve in that role. And every day I begin court, I begin it with prayer. And it's pretty simple. It's, Lord, thank you for all the blessings that we do have. Thank you for this day. And please allow your wisdom to be in this courtroom for all those that are present. And, that is a summary of all my years of being here in Harlem Baptist Church. Sunday school, nursery, high school, serving the church in different roles. Everything, all the preaching, all the teaching, all the discipleship that was poured into me by these lovely people here at Harlem Baptist Church my whole life is a culmination of everything that I am.
Growing up, going to all the VBSs and the small groups and the Sunday schools that we have now, like all the opportunities to learn about Jesus and focus on Jesus, and it's definitely helped me grow with my walk with Christ?
I think mostly just digging into the Word, coming on Sunday and having messages that really explain the Word. Also, being a part of small groups has helped me a lot. I was very hesitant to join a small group, but I am really glad I've done that.
Harlem has definitely grown a lot, but just downtown, you still have that small town community, and it's just growing a lot on the outskirts, but nothing really drastically has changed.
Well, a lot of things have changed, of course. I've gotten a lot older and a lot more gray-headed, that's for sure. But I think when I grew up here, I knew everybody. And we'd go down the streets and we knew everybody in the Harlem Baptist and Harlem Methodist churches. And so I feel like I knew everybody. Of course, now I don't hardly know anybody. Even some people in our church I don't even know. And so it's the number of people have changed, the surroundings have changed. Harlem is really continuing to grow. But I see a lot of people coming here that want to move to Harlem. And I think they want to be a part of this We Are Harlem life.
It's definitely population. We have grown so much. Lots of young families, lots of coffee shops, and lots of churches. And I think we'll continue to grow.
Probably just the number of people that we have in Harlem. I'm not exactly sure, but probably in 1965 when I was born here, there may have been 500, 600, 700 people living in Harlem. Now, if you go just a few miles outside the community, there's more like 25,000 people. The growth in our area has been the same as the growth in Columbia County, tremendous. So there's an incredible amount of change here because of that. At that same time, however, Harlem Baptist Church has been stability, for me anyway. I mean, obviously the building is still the same when I was little as I remember it, but there have been great additions. The stability of the church, though, I counted, and of my 59 years, we've only had 5 pastors the whole time that I've been here. And one of those was here a lot of years before I was born. So, Harlem is stability also to me.
I know that the change isn't necessarily the same for people who've been here their whole lives, but for us, when we came here, one of our main jobs was to minister to youth, and so we have all of these youth that started off as middle schoolers. Now we're attending their weddings and dedicating their babies, and whereas that's a change, it's also such a huge blessing just to see the fact that God works in such big ways in such a small place, and just seeing the ministry that we were used for at the beginning is just coming for full circle now. And so the changes are that the church, I guess, is growing, especially in younger families, and that's just a blessing to us because God shows us that He is really faithful when you do the work and you minister to young people especially. So.